is going to be a Christmas book reading vlog. I have a few Christmas books that I would like to read throughout the next week or so. I wasn't going to start reading Christmas books until literally the week of Christmas, but then I was like, maybe I should get a little bit of a head start of reading Christmas books before that. I mean, I'm not going to read all of the Christmas books this week. I just wanted to start with one on my Kindle, and then we are going to get into some physical books. So I do have 3 physical books that I want to read in this video, and those are these ones. I'm going to tell you guys which ones they are. So the first one is The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. This is the 3rd book in the X-Hex series. A lot of people are reading this book during this time. It's a pretty popular series. I still have not read The Kiss Curse yet, so I'm going to read that at the end of this week, and then I'm going to literally jump right into The Wedding Witch after that. So I got this during Amazon's Black Friday sale, and basically this one is different than The Kiss Curse and the X-Hex because those ones take place during Halloween. This is the first Christmas story that she's written for the series. So it says, Bowen Penhallow has always been a loner. Studying dark and ancient magic on a mountaintop in Wales, he prefers it that way. But when his friend Declan, who appears to be a ghost, asks him to attend a Yuletide wedding at a grand estate deep in the Welsh countryside, Bowen reluctantly agrees. Tamsin Blythe, oh my god, is not a witch, but she makes her living off them. As a procurer and seller of magical items, Tamsin is not always above board in her business dealings, but she's been trying to fix that mostly. Bowen is an occasional customer as well as a star of several Tamsin's dirtiest dreams, where she's been around enough witches to know that as a human, getting involved with one is not the smartest idea. So that's what this one is about. I think it's just going to be a fun, fluffy time. Then the next one, I actually did not... It was kind of on my mind for a little bit, but then I saw one of my favorite YouTubers rave about this recently because she finally had picked it up and read it. And that is Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. This is actually going to be a start of a new series. And I'm going to talk about the 3 books that I originally intended on reading, and those were the only 3 I was going to read, but I kind of want to squeeze this one in because Christmas romances, I'm sure, are just so fast to read. This is only 200, 300 pages. So a lot of people rave about this series. This would be a start of a new series. And this says 2 best friends fake date to reach their holiday happily ever after in this first romantic comedy in the the Love Life series. Oh my god. The pasture of dead trees, a hostile takeover of the Santa born by a family of raccoons. Santa barn. Oh my god, can you read? And shipments that have mysteriously gone missing. Lovelight Farms is not the magical winter wonderland of Stella Bloom's dreams. In an effort to save the Christmas tree farm she's loved since she was a kid, Stella enters a contest with Instagram famous influencer Evelyn St. James. With the added publicity and the $100,000 cash prize, not $100,000, Stella might just be able to save the farm from its financial woes. There's just one problem. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said she owns Lovelight Farms with her boyfriend, only there is no boyfriend. Enter best friend Luca Peters. He just stopped by for some hot chocolate and somehow got a farm and a serious girlfriend in the process. But fake dating his best friend might be the best Christmas present he's ever received. Aw, how cute. So the reason why I picked this up is because Belle Therese recently did a 24-hour Christmas readathon. She only ended up reading 2 full-length books, and then she read one of those Christmas novellas that's like a collection of short stories on Kindle. I'm not going to read any of those because I've heard they're terrible. But I'm excited for this. She rated this like a 4.5 or something. So I think it's going to be really good. And then the last physical book that I have, and I'm planning on reading this on Christmas, is Stephanie Garber's Spectacular. And this is the Christmas novella that's in the Caraval series. This is just going to be a super fast, short, quick read because it's like the font is literally huge and there's like a lot of illustrations in this. So I figured that this would just be such an easy book to finish on Christmas Day. And that's probably all the reading I'm going to do on Christmas Day because, yeah, because I'm going to be like making stuff with my mom and everything. So basically this one says, "It's great holiday eve. Scarlet Dragna is planning a spectacular holiday celebration for the city. Donatella is searching for the perfect gift. Julian is looking ridiculously handsome in green. And Legend, well, sadly, Legend is not fond of the great holiday. Tella is hoping her perfect gift will change his mind. Unfortunately, she hasn't found the perfect gift yet. But it is great holiday eve." I'm not saying Eve 5 million times. "Surely there is some holiday magic swirling around." So this is the ultimate holiday adventure full of clockwork boys, poisoned candy, impish snow globes, merriment, and, if Tella gets her way, love. So I'm excited for this one, though. And then the last one, well, I have 2 Kindle reads. I'm definitely reading this one, though. So and this is actually the one I'm going to start with first, and that is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I actually purchased this back in, I don't even know, I think like October, so I could be ready to read this during Christmas time because it was only, I think they're still only $5 on Kindle, so they're pretty cheap. And I don't feel the need to own these books physically. I read the first 2 books in September and October. I read Pumpkin Spice Cafe actually I read both of them towards the end of September. I read Pumpkin Spice Cafe like the 3rd week of September, and then Cinnamon Bun Bookstore like the last day of September. So this one, let me see if I can pull up the synopsis. Oh, I cannot. Let me pull it up on Goodreads. Who is messaging me? I'm so confused. Anyway, why is everybody freaking messaging me? Oh my god. Okay, so the synopsis for this one says, Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbor, taking a break from his life in California, and most importantly, taking a break from his latest run of disastrous dates. After a run-in with Kira in her fields, Ben has no intention of offering to help the grumpy owner set up her tree farm, despite the fact she's clearly got no idea what she's doing. Kira knows she could not stop being so stubborn. She's got to stop being so stubborn. But her farm is not all cute and cozy like people always show on social media. It's borderline dangerous with no heating, and she'd rather no one saw it, but somehow fate finds Ben at Kira's farm once more. And Kira watches him swing an axe at the first tree. She finds herself appreciating his strength. Oh, she's turned on and questioning why she refused to help in the first place. Okay, it sounds cute. I don't think these are the best books in the world, but I do have a good time reading them. So I'm excited to start reading this one. It's December 15th today, so I'm probably going to start it probably tonight or tomorrow afternoon because I have like a lot of reading time tomorrow before work. I have to finish Wisteria today first because I've been loving the Belladonna trilogy, but we are going to start reading this really soon. It's only 5 hours, so it's gonna take us like no time. Also, I didn't realize that all of the Christmas books that I actually picked are all continuations and completing series for me. Like, this one is the last book that I have in the Caraval trilogy. Not that it's like a huge deal, because it's literally just like a it's literally just a Christmas novella, so it's not like it's building any character growth or anything. But I've heard very mixed reviews about this, but some people did end up liking it. So some of my favorite YouTubers really liked this, so I'm excited for it. And then with The Wedding Witch, just like I said, it's the third book in the Ex-Hex series, so I'll be caught up with this series after I read that. And then The Christmas Tree Farm is the third book in the Dream Harbor series that's out. It came out in October, and so did The Wedding Witch and Spectacular. So they're also all complete, or all going to be caught up with series, but also they all came out in 2024, because they all came out in October 2024. So that's 3 more 2024 releases that I have. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to any more 2024 releases after I read Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have to read that book this week too, because I wanted to make sure I was caught up with that series before the year is over. So I'm technically going to be caught up with like the Ex-Hex, Caraval, Dream Harbor, and the Inheritance Games, which is 4 series plus the 2 series that I ended up reading this month, which was Daughter of the Pirate King and Belladonna. So it's been a really productive reading month for me, because I've been having the best time reading. I've been reading some incredible books, and I've not read a bad book yet. So hopefully this Christmas luck will keep up. So, what else was I going to say? And then Lovelight Farms is the start of a new series, but this is not like a huge deal. I think I'm just going to pick these up seasonally, because they say that this series, it's not a whole Christmas series. That would be crazy. But, basically, she comes out with each book like per season. I think there's 4 books out. Like, the other one's called Business Casual, and like one or the other is set in spring or summer or fall. So I'll just read them per season if I want to continue the series after I read this one. But I have a feeling that Lovelight Farms is probably going to be my favorite one out of the 4. Oh, and then there's one. Why didn't I say? There's one other potential Kindle read that I would like to read as well. I've been hearing really good things about this one. Let me just pull it up, because I have it on my Kindle, but I'm not going to open it again. No, that's not what it's called. Oh my gosh. This is like the most organized intro ever, right? So this one is called My December Darling by Laura Asher. I think I'm going to read this one too, because even though she calls her book a novella, it's really not. It's like 240 pages on Kindle, and it's like, why don't you just say it like a Christmas story, you know? Like The Wedding Witch is probably the shortest physical book that I have, and this one, it's a bit longer than like a typical novella would be. This is 276 pages. And then this is actually this is the shortest book I have, and this one's like 200 pages. So, and that's still a little long for a novella, but there's so many illustrations in here that it's really not going to take that much time at all. But I still haven't read anything from Lauren Asher. And I've heard really good things about her books. I really would like to get into her books at some point. It was either going to be this book or actually another book that I haven't read any of these authors' books either, which is Lucy Score's The Christmas Fix. But I've heard like really mixed reviews about her books as well. But also, It is free on Kindle Unlimited, and so is My December Darling. So I was just going to pick up My December Darling, and if I read this one and The Christmas Tree Farm, then I will hit my 55 books goal on Kindle, even though I just set that goal for myself like a week ago, because it's like was on the app, and it's like, set a goal for yourself for the end of the year, and I was like, oh, it would have been nice if I saw this, when the year was going on, but that's okay. But I've read 53 books out of 55 titles on Kindle, so I think it counted some twice, though. I don't know why. Sometimes Kindle does that, and then it counts on Goodreads twice, too. I think there was only like one, though, but there's like no way to remove it, but whatever. I'm still going to consider it hitting my goal because I still read over 50 titles on Kindle. So it says, Catalina playing, it's a weird last name. Catalina playing the part of, why is that capitalized? Playing the part of my sister's maid of honor is easy, even if she's marrying my ex, but playing nice with the best man, an impossible task given our history. Sure, Luke Darling may be suspiciously kind, incredibly handsome, and stubborn to a fault, but regardless of how hard he tries to make me see otherwise, I'm not interested. It's on me to remind him that he's my ex-boyfriend's best friend, and the one I'm secretly starting to wish I met first. Luke, what is up with the spelling errors in this synopsis? My job as the best man... Oh, Luke. My job as the best man is a simple one, except for one minor issue. I've spent so much time avoiding my best friend's ex that I didn't consider what could happen if I started craving Catalina Martinez's company instead. She is only in Lake Wisteria for the winter wedding, but her January departure date won't stop me from pursuing her. Getting her to date me would be nothing short of a Christmas miracle, but I'm determined to make her mine. 'Tis a season to fall in love, even if I'm the only one taking the risk. Okay. Yeah, we'll think about that one. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get to it, and also, I think 4 Christmas books is enough, because I don't know if I'm going to get, a little bit tired of them after I read those, but I'm excited. I actually have never read any Christmas books before, so I thought doing a Christmas reading vlog would be fun. I'm going to go, and what's funny is that My December Darling takes place in Lake Wisteria when I'm reading Wisteria by Adeline Grace right now. So we'll see if we get to that. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I mean, it's only a 3.5 hour book. So we might just sit and binge it. Maybe we'll read it in the same day as whatchamacallit. Because I was going to read The Wedding Witch on Christmas Eve. And then I was just going to read Spectacular on Christmas Day. So these were the 2 books I was going to read. Why am I holding it like that? And then I was going to read Love Light Farms right after Christmas. But we will see. I don't know if I want to read all those Christmas books back to back to back. So I'm trying to fit them into my regular reads as well and see when I want to read them. But I am in the mood to read one very soon. So I'm literally going to start it tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay. So you know how I usually say that I'm full of shit? Don't believe anything I say about what book I'm going to start with, because usually it's always different. I mean, sometimes we start with just a book I'm in the mood for, but I started Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison because I sent a picture to my boyfriend of the Christmas options, because I asked him, should I just read a regular romance, because I really wanted to read You with a View with Jessica Joyce, by Jessica Joyce, or read a Christmas book, and he said, or a Christmas romance, and he said a Christmas romance, obviously. So then I sent him the picture of the options, but I said, don't worry, I have options this time, and I know which one I'm going to go with first. because like I said, I was going to read The Christmas Tree Farm first, but then he was like, Love Light Farms, obviously, because that's where cookie milk is made. And I don't know why that just made me laugh to start this, but I ended up starting it. And I'm a little bit over 40 pages in already. I'm on page 45, so it's only a 300-page book, so I probably could binge this tomorrow. I just wanted to start it today, though, or tonight, obviously, because I already finished a book today since I finished Wisteria. I'm like that kind of person, and unless it's a thriller book on Kindle, I don't typically binge physical books in a day, or I'll like start them the night before and then finish them like the next day. But for me, I feel like I do read books pretty fast now. Like it only takes me like not even 2 days usually to read 300-page books. But if I push myself to read more, or if, like, I want to take a break still in between, like I want to watch like a show with my mom, or like watch a movie, or do a puzzle, or I'm obviously out with my friends sometimes, but when I'm in the mood to start a book, then I'll start a book, but usually I'm still reading every single day. But yeah, I wasn't really in the mood to start another book until like 11 o'clock tonight, and I already, like I said, read 45 pages, and so far it's really cute. I'm liking it. It's just like a little fluffy little romance, but I think it's very it's not like super witty dialogue or like anything life-changing, but I think it's really cute. There's like so basically Stella and Luca are best friends, and Stella runs a Christmas tree farm pretty much. So it's kind of a similar premise to the Christmas Tree Farm. I mean, how different are Christmas books really? And so far it's cute, but she needs to win like this influencer competition online because she needs to bring money into the Christmas Tree Farm because they're struggling and she's not really making that much money at all. So she thinks that if she has posted like videos of her dating someone, then that would bring in like more business to the Christmas Tree Farm. So she asks Luca, which is her best friend, to fake date her. So it's a fake dating, best friends to lovers situation. I'm sure they're gonna fall in love because Stella's already attracted to him, and she like has these like, but the thoughts that she has about him are actually like, they're cheesy, but they're just cheesy enough, but not too cheesy, They're like really cute little lines like in her head. So far, yeah, it's really cute. I enjoy this writer's writing already. I mean, this author's writing. They're also a writer, Caitlin, so you're correct. But yeah, this is the one I'm starting with. I don't know if I'm gonna do a wheel thing though, because I am in the process of filming 2 vlogs at the same time. I'm continuing this series I'm in the middle of, even though I've only finished, I finished 2 books for that already, because I finished the last book in the Daughter of the Pirate King trilogy, and then I finished the second book in Belladonna, and then I finished the 3rd book, Wisteria, today. I can't believe how fast I got through this series. I think I got through it just as fast as Daughter of the Pirate King, probably even faster, because I also listened to the audiobooks while I was getting ready and while I was driving and stuff. So, because all of them were available on Spotify Premium. I mostly read the first book on Kindle because it was on Kindle Unlimited, and then I had to buy the physical copy because I think actually the first book was still my favorite out of the 3. But the second book was really good too. The third, it was a really good series. I really, really enjoyed it. So, but anyway, none of them were 5-star. Neither was the Daughter of the Pirate King trilogy, but I'm still having an incredibly good reading month. Like I said, I started off the month with like 2 5-stars. I think I've only had 3 5 stars the whole month so far. And I highly doubt that any of these Christmas books are going to be 5 stars, but I think the book that I'm planning to end the year with is definitely going to be a 5 star. I'm not sure about any of the other books that I'm reading that are going to be 5 star. But so far in the, how many times can I rhyme? But so far in the month, I've only had 3 5 stars, but honestly, that's okay. Like every other book I've read has been fantastic. So I'm going to keep this train going. So far, it's really cute. I don't know if I'm going to do like a wheel thing to see like what my next read is going to be, because I kind of put all of the rest of like the regular books that I want to read this month and the Christmas reads on a wheel. I didn't put The Wedding Witch on here because I have to read The Kiss Curse first. So I think it would be fun just to do a spin to see what my next read is going to be. So yeah, I will check back in with you guys when we finish the book. Hey guys, so I forgot to tell you guys about one other book that I was going to be listening to, because it's an audiobook that I got from Book of the Month, because I've been getting less physical books from Book of the Month because I don't have to own every single book that I get from Book of the Month, and also since I'm running out of room to store books, I only really want to get physical copies of books that I really do want to read physically. And also I don't have to get like every single Christmas book that comes out, because I don't need to own more than the 3 Christmas books that I showed you guys, or I think it was, yeah, 3 books. So the one I'm going to be listening to, like probably the week of definitely the week of Christmas, is called The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. I listened to like a little sample of it and I loved the voices. And this book has been getting a lot of hype. This Christmas season, I've been seeing some really good reviews about it. So let me just bring up the synopsis. But I thought it would just be fun to listen to a Christmas book as well. And it's kind of like a romance slash like, mystery kind of book, and it just sounds like so much fun. So it says Knives, and I love Knives Out, so if it's anything like Knives Out, I'm here for it. It says Knives Out gets a holiday rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers romance mystery from the New York Times bestselling author Ali Carter. The bridge is out, the phones are down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared out of a locked room 3 days before Christmas. Meet Maggie Chase and Ethan Wyatt. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big Time Thriller guy. She hates his guts. He thinks her name is Marcy, no matter how many times she's told him otherwise. But when they both accept a cryptic invitation to attend a Christmas house party at the English estate of a reclusive fan, neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, Eleanor Ashley, the Duchess of Death herself. That night the weather turns, and the next morning Eleanor is gone. She vanished from a locked room, and Maggie has to wonder, is Eleanor in danger, or is it all some kind of test? Is Ethan the competition, or is he the only person in the snowbound mansion she can trust? Oh my god, this sounds amazing. As the snow gets deeper and the stakes get higher, every clue will bring Maggie and Ethan closer to the truth and each other. Because this Christmas, these 2 rivals are going to have to become allies, and maybe more, if they don't have any hope of saving Eleanor, assuming they don't kill each other first. So it's gotten a pretty high rating on Goodreads. It has a 4.03, and honestly, anything 4 or higher, it's usually really, really good. So I'm really excited to listen to this. It says I only have 5 hours and 34 minutes to finish the whole thing, and this is like the beginning of it. So, because obviously I haven't started it yet, but that means I will have finished 3 full audiobooks this month, which is like the most that I've finished in 1 month. I'm also currently still listening to Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. But I don't know. I'm not really that excited about it. I'm still trying to get like into it more. Like I've listened to like a few chapters. I think I'm like a couple of hours into it, but I'm definitely going to listen to it more this week. I was trying to get to like at least halfway through or more. I mean, why did I say that so weirdly? There's just so many books I want to read, but I don't know why I didn't read any Christmas romances last year. For Christmas, I don't know why. I think it was just because I was trying to catch up with so many books in December because I started reading like obsessively then finally, and then this whole year I've read 177 books, which is insane. So, and I've listened to quite a few audiobooks obviously, but it's still reading. So yeah, I'm going to listen to that. And now let's jump into the first book that I decided to read. Hint, hint, it's not Christmas Tree Farm. So you'll see which book I started with first. Okay, so hey guys, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I did finish my first Christmas book in this video, which is Love Like Farms by B.K. Borison. I actually didn't update my Goodreads yet. We're going to keep that in because I'm a dumbass, but I didn't update my Goodreads that I finished it. I don't know what I'm going to rate it. I don't think I want it to be a 4 stars, but it's very close to 4 stars. I think I'm just going to round it up. But I don't think it's quite a 4 star. It was feeling like a 4 star through most of the book, and then like literally the last like 30, 40 or so pages, because I just finished those up now. I had like 40 pages left, so I just banged them out now. It annoyed me a little bit because I don't know why I was thinking about like communication a lot for this book. Because I feel like a lot of booktube videos that I've been watching recently, the YouTubers that I watch are usually saying that they just get super frustrated for when main characters like don't communicate with each other, because like literally the miscommunication trope is just like there's sometimes like really valid reasons sometimes for the characters, though, if you like believe in the reasons why they can't communicate with each other. They might have like mental health issues or stuff like that. But like with this, I actually felt like they were communicating quite healthily through most of the book. And then there was like this one part where it was like he didn't tell her something that caused like the third act breakup. But I kind of liked the way that this third act breakup was done, because they were fake dating, but then obviously like every fake dating trope, they always end up falling in love for real. They kind of break up, but they're not really breaking up because they already planned they were going to break up because it wasn't going to last forever like the fake dating. So, but there was like one thing that like annoyed me a little bit, because like she didn't really clear it up in the end, because apparently one of the characters was going to move away, but they didn't tell the other character. I'm trying not to give anything away, but they didn't tell the other character that they were moving. Like they mentioned to them that they were thinking about taking a job in another state, but then all of a sudden they were like, yeah, I took this job, so I'm leaving in like a week. And I'm like, okay, like just because that thing just like annoyed me and brought the rating down a little bit more for me, because the majority of this book I was having a really good time. I thought it was funny. There were some really beautiful lines through in there. Like it's not the most amazing piece of literature I've read in my life, but I had a good time with it. And I like there was some points where I was giggling and smiling and kicking my feet at some of the things that Luca said um, to Stella, but like kind of vice versa with Stella thinking about like Luca, but then like what was annoying too is that like he's in love with you, and you know she was kind of like building it up through the entire book that she's always felt like, you know, closer to him than they actually are. And then all of a sudden, you know, the best friend goes like, or Stella goes like, Luca's in love with me and I did everybody else know but me. And I'm like, come on, girl, you already knew. You already knew. Like that like frustrated me a little bit too. So there was kind of like those two things where one of the characters didn't communicate that they were going to move somewhere else to take a job in Delaware. I'm not sure where this actually takes place because one of the characters like has to go back to like New York to like do little jobs for his job. Like I don't really understand like what his job really was. Apparently he was some type of like a data analytics kind of person, but he would go to New York sometimes just so, well, this character would go to New York sometimes um to like work, and then he would come back. I'm just gonna say, hey, whatever, who cares? Um, but then he's like, I need to go to Delaware. But yeah, I thought I told you, but I guess I didn't. I was just caught up with everything. And I was like, come on, bro. Like, I feel like that was kind of an excuse. Like, yes, you weren't technically ever dating this whole time because they never made it official, like boyfriend and girlfriend, because they were supposed to be still fake dating. But come on, like, it was a little bit frustrating when, like, obviously they had already fallen in love and they knew that they were in love, but then it's like they acted like Stella was so clueless about her feelings at the end when she's been like hinting a lot throughout the book that she has deeper feelings for him, and she's like, I've imagined this so many times and blah 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 blee blah bloop. Um so I'm gonna give this, there were some really really good quotes in here, but and I really liked the romance between both of them. But I don't know, those like two things kind of brought it down from a 4 star to like a, I'm gonna say, I think I'm gonna say a 3.75. I think that this is my lowest rated book of the month, but it's not like I didn't like it. Again, I'm having an incredible reading month. I think a 3.75 is good, like, because I was actually gonna rate it like a 3.8 or something. But I don't usually do that. There are like a few books though where I'm like in between, like on the ratings, but I really liked it. And again, there were some really great quotes and moments, but not anything too revolutionary where it came to the story. But I would say that most people say that this is not like the most extremely Christmassy book where you can um where you don't really have to wait until Christmas to read this. It's kind of, it's giving the atmosphere of Christmas, but it's not like everything about the whole thing is Christmas. And I really did enjoy that. I think that this was a good book to start with for my Christmas reads the week before Christmas, because it's not like as heavily Christmassy as like I think the 3 other books I'm going to be reading. And also there was a bit of an element of mystery to this where like someone was messing with her so Stella's the owner of the Christmas tree farm, and somebody is kind of messing like um with her farm. And I felt like it felt a little bit similar to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I was like, did Pumpkin Spice Cafe kind of steal this a little bit from Lovelight Farms? Even though I think I gave Pumpkin Spice Cafe the same rating. I think I gave it a 3.75. So, but I felt like the same thing was happening in Pumpkin Spice Cafe where somebody was messing with her cafe. And I liked the element of mystery in that book more so than the one in Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I just didn't really enjoy that book as much as Pumpkin Spice Cafe. But with this, I thought it was really, really funny. There was like this one part where um who like when they find out who's messing with the farm, she like is contacted by the sheriff because he said like, we found out who's doing this to your farm. So he like tells her to like come. I forget where they are, but like they're not really at a police station. I don't really remember. But anyway, like she thinks it's like a full on like interrogation. So like the whole time she's saying like, let's interrogate the witness. Let's go. Like I don't know. I just can't explain it without really reading it. I think I took a picture of this page, but I was just cracking up from it. Cuz she's like, "Oh, are we going to do like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing?" And he's like, "It's not an interrogation." It was just really funny. It says, I'm not giving anything away when I say this. So after he says, we've caught someone, she's like, you what? I glance around me like the subject is about to pop out from behind the curtains. Who is it? Why did they do it? I squint through the glass wall of his office in the small kitchenette, the holding cell. Oh, okay. I guess it is the police station. And the receiving area for walk-ins. I point toward a door in the back corner. Do you have them in interrogation? And then he's like, Dane rubs his fingertips between his eyebrows and gestures to the chair, a quiet command to sit. And then Dane says, that's a utility closet cinnamon stick. And like cinnamon stick is like his nickname for her because they're also friends. So he's always called her cinnamon stick like his whole life. It's so cute. And she's like, I sit back down, balance on the very edge. Did they confess? He nods. I want to punch the air in victory. Then she says, do you need an interrogation partner? All my binge watching of Law and Order is about to pay off. I feel like I should go home, change into a smart pantsuit, and grab a briefcase. Want to do good cop, bad cop? And then he says that is not a thing that happens. And then she's like, says you. And he says literally every law enforcement professional in the country. It's just really funny. I have to send that one to my boyfriend because I just thought it was so funny. So yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think a 3.75 is a good rating. I didn't love it, but I really liked it. So it was a fun little palate cleanser after reading a lot of trilogy series. I mean, 2 trilogies. I just needed a little bit of a romance in between. I don't think I'm going to read any more series though. I'm not really sure yet. Because right now there's only 15 days left in the year, which is crazy. But the next book I'm going to be reading is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I'm very excited for this one because I've heard that this one is even better than the first 2. Honestly, like I said, I didn't really love... Oh my god, I just realized that. I didn't really love the second one. What? Why is my Kindle being so goddamn slow? Okay, chapter 1. Great. Thank you. But I think I'm going to start this tomorrow because, like, I don't really have too much reading time tomorrow. Oh my god, this is being so stupid. I really am, like, hating myself right now. But, my Kindle's being so slow because, Jesus, I don't even know, like, what to press right now because I'm getting so annoyed. Great, stay here. Fantastic. 47 minutes. That's not right. No, that's not even remotely accurate how long the book is because it's 350 pages. So, okay, Kindle, whatever. But I'm not really going to have that much reading time tomorrow during the day. So I figured I would just start another Christmas read. And I think I'm just going to try and binge it tomorrow because it says it's only going to take me 5 hours to finish this book. So basically this is the third book in the Dream Harbor series, so now I'm going to be continuing a series. Um, but I didn't want to read this book until December, obviously, because it's a Christmas book. Um, and what's funny is that I just compared Pumpkin Spice Cafe by the same author, Laurie Gilmore, which is the Dream Harbor series, and that's the first book in the series, to Love Light Farms, and I didn't even realize, that they had similar plots, and now I'm going back to the same author that wrote Pumpkin Spice Cafe to read her Christmas book. Like, what are the odds of that? But we finished it. I actually have a bonus chapter at the end, but I'm not going to let that affect my rating because it's just from Luca's perspective. So, like, mostly this was from Stella's perspective. There's like one chapter before the end of this where it's from Luca's perspective, and it was like so cute the way he like was talking about her and everything. It was just really, I ate it up on some of the things he said about her. And then the epilogue is back to Stella's perspective, and then there's a bonus chapter from Luca's perspective. And it's like, I kind of wish she would have made this dual point of view because I feel like I would have liked it even more if it was. But I'm definitely going to continue this series, and I'm going to just, like I said, I'm going to read these seasonally, and I'm going to read the second book in the series. I don't even know what it's called, in the springtime. But also, I wanted to let you guys know that I did start the audiobook that I told you guys I was going to listen to for this video. So then we can get like 5 books done in this video. So I did start The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ally Carter. I'm only on chapter 4 because I just listened to this, I think, back and forth in the car from work. But they're incredibly short chapters. And this book says it's only going to take me under 4 hours to finish because I sped it up to 2 times the speed. And so far, I am enjoying this so much. I know I said I was going to listen to more of Crescent City, but I was like, I kind of just want to listen to this. And I think it's so funny. So I will catch you guys up on what I think and all of that after this because this clip is already too long. So yeah, I will let you guys know when I finish for the Christmas Tree Farm. I've heard that this one is kind of better than the first two, so I'm really excited. But yeah, I kind of feel like I want to keep this Christmas train rolling. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey guys. So I wanted to do a check-in on The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I'm on page 208 right now. I'm putting it down though because I don't feel like holding my Kindle right now. So I read 208 pages today, and this book is annoying me. It's annoying me. Like, I don't feel the same. Like, I thought I was gonna like it more than the second one, but I'm just finding like the dialogue is so cringe right now. And before I was like laughing, I was having a good time. But I felt like once we got like 100 pages in, I felt like everything was already resolved. And I'm like, okay, so we're going to spend like the next 200 pages developing the two main characters' romance. And now I'm feeling, even though I feel like she was trying to build up a little bit more of the characters' like sexual tension in this book, a little bit more than the first book, like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and that was a lot of people's complaint about the first book, was that it was too insta-lovey and whatever. But the first book just, I was liking the element of mystery in this book
more so than the second one. But in the first one, I felt like it was just a better balance of the romance and the mystery because like we kept on finding out more about like what was going on in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Like somebody was like vandalizing the cafe, and then we found out who it was. But I don't think it's because I read Love Light Farms and Christmas Tree Farm like so close together because they're very similar plots, but like because obviously like they both work on a Christmas tree farm. So basically, this book is about um Kira, and which I really like that name, Kira, and Bennett. And Bennett is Jeannie's brother from the first book. He has been talking about coming and visiting Jeannie, in Dream Harbor because she ended up moving there and fell in love with Logan in the first book. But like the first book, I don't know, I just liked the Grumpy Sunshine a little bit more because like in this book it's kind of a reverse where like Kira is the Grumpy Sunshine. So it's the female instead of the male character, which it was kind of cute. And I like that part of the book, but like now they're like they haven't even known each other that long. And yes, people do hook up within like a week of knowing each other. It happens. But what like I don't like, it's just like all of a sudden they're like, "You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen." And it's like there's not anything wrong with that, but at the same time it's like I don't know. It's just like there's some parts that are feeling so incredibly cheesy and cringe about their dialogue. It's just driving me crazy. So basically, Kira was introduced in the second book where she moves to Dream Harbor because she wants to run this Christmas tree farm. And all of a sudden, like, she didn't know the rumors that people said to her about um the Christmas tree farm because apparently somebody died there. Like the previous owner died there. So like Bennett is basically snooping for the town and keeps on visiting the Christmas tree farm because they want him to find out what is going on like with like the mister like who got killed there. Like they think that other people got killed there besides like the owner. But like apparently the owner just died. I don't know really what the mystery is, but it was like interesting enough. So I thought he was gonna like, trying to like investigate more and stuff. But literally all they're doing right now, like, which is fine, they're like snowed in overnight at this Christmas tree farm, and she keeps on complaining that she has like no heat because she's made like no money from the Christmas tree farm. So she like keeps on saying that she wants to like, be able to have a successful business. Um so she like basically figures out how to do that within like the first week of opening the farm because like, Dream Harbor like eats up like any new like store openings and festivals and stuff. Like they want, did I say festivals and stuff um to like support their local community, which is great. It's fine. It's fabulous. But like in Love Light Farms, there was like a struggle of the main character trying to make money maintaining this Christmas tree farm. And that was like the plot through most of the book of like what her problems were and what her internal struggle was. So it was like it, but literally 100 pages into this book, it's like, oh my God, we're gonna help you, and like, we're gonna buy trees and all of that. But like, she doesn't say anything about like if she's made a profit at this point, and I don't know. It's just like, and then like Bennett, keeps on coming to the farm to like check in on her and stuff. And he's called like Mr. Fix-It Man because he's like so helpful and he wants to like um get her heat in her house because basically it's like freezing there because she can't afford a new boiler because she hasn't really turned a profit out for the Christmas tree farm. So I don't know. I'm just like not really caring that much. And then like I said, the first 100 pages were kind of fun. And also like these books are just not the greatest works of literature, but it's making me like I don't know, I was on a roll and I read like almost 100 pages just now because they are very fast to read. I'll give it that. But it's like I don't want to read this book anymore. It's just like I don't know. It's just stupid, but it's just like I'm thinking that this book is kind of dumb. And it's like I thought I was gonna like this book more than Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because I was like, okay, the mystery plot is a little bit more interesting in this one. But I'm like finding myself not caring. But I'm gonna finish it, obviously. Oh my god, what the hell? Why is this not? No, that's not what I'm up to. Because I forgot I just went to back to the cover. But on my phone, let me see what I'm up to. Yeah, basically the same. So it says I only have 2 hours and 22 minutes left of it, but I just don't feel like reading anymore tonight, and also I can't finish it tonight because it's like 2:45 in the morning. But I might just put it down until um the weekend of Christmas, and I might just finish it Saturday night because Saturday I'm gonna barely have any time to read anything because I have to work 12 to 5 and then I'm going out after work. That I think that the only thing I'm gonna want to do Saturday is finish this book. So, like Saturday night when I get home, like I'm not gonna want to start a new book or maybe because I want to finish Fear the Flames by Friday. So I think I'm going to start Fear the Flames tomorrow, like probably tomorrow night. I'm probably going to read a little bit more of this before I go to my boyfriend's tomorrow. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I really wanted to read a Kindle read because I didn't feel like reading a physical book right now. Because, sometimes you just don't feel like reading. But then as soon as I start reading again, it's like I don't want to stop. So. But I don't know. I will check in with you guys once I finish this book. So bye. Okay, so hey there guys. So I did want to let you guys know that I did finish my audiobook in this video, which was The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ally Carter. And this book was it was so much fun. And a lot of people do recommend listening to the audiobook of this one. But I didn't know that until after I had already gotten it as an audiobook in my book of the month, and I'm so happy that I did. And it was so short. It only took me like 6 days to finish it. So now I've finished 3 audiobooks this month already because I've been picking like shorter ones that are like 7 to 9 hours. Like this one and Lights Out and Listen for the Lie. But anyway, this book was really, really fun. I gave it a 4 stars. I think a 4 stars is valid and a good rating because it was just so much fun. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was like a rivals to lovers kind of story. So basically, the 2 main characters, Marcy and I believe the male main character's name is Evan. Let me just bring it up real quick. You guys know, sometimes I forget. But a lot of people do, honestly. They're like, I don't know who the character is, but I loved them. His name is Ethan. It says, Knives Out gets a holiday rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers romance mystery from New York Times bestselling author, my God, Caitlin, Ally Carter. And basically it's like she's the new queen of cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big Time thriller guy. So her name is Marcy, but he constantly calls her Maggie, and it's just so funny. Like, she like constantly corrects him. But what the funny thing is that when Maggie starts, oh my God, when Marcy starts saying something, like internally, it says, Margaret did this. So it's just like funny quirks like that that just made it hysterical. And also like Ethan's one-liners were just so funny. I wish I would have been able to annotate some of them, like if I was reading it on my Kindle, but since I listened to the audiobook, I wasn't able to do that, but now I wish I was following along in my Kindle, but it wasn't available on Kindle Unlimited. The only way I could get it was through Book of the Month, obviously. And basically it's they get invited to like this big time author's house over like Christmas. Um and she's like a Agatha Christie type of novelist, basically, you know. She's like the biggest author ever in this fictional world. And it was just such a good like cozy mystery. A lot of people said like they wouldn't really classify this as a Christmas book, but it was so much fun. I had such a good time reading it. And basically Eleanor, her name is Eleanor, and she disappears and they have to figure out, you know, what happened to her. So it's basically like a classic who done it. It's kind of similar to Clue and like any Agatha Christie like book. I actually haven't read any of her books yet, but I have watched quite a few of her movies, like oh my God, I'm like blanking on the names, like Murder on the Orient Express. um there was another one that was really good that my mom and I watched like a couple of months ago. I can't remember what the hell it's called. But they're just really fun, like murder mystery. Like I wouldn't say like Agatha Christie is exactly like cozy mystery with some of them, because some of them are a bit darker, but they're fun. They're so much fun. Um, I don't know why I can't remember the name of this one, but it was really good. But anyway, it was so much fun. So, then I actually started the holiday novella that I didn't think I was going to get to, because today I didn't think I was going to have that much reading time. I mean, I really didn't. But I did start My December Darling by Laura Asher, and I know I said in this video that um I was going to try and get to this book, and also I just wanted to read another Kindle read, and also like I kind of wanted like a somewhat full-length book, or like something that was like a longer than a short story, because I honestly was going to read Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood, which was just a short story, because I thought I wasn't really going to have that much time to read today. But honestly, like, I literally just read like 50 or 60 pages of this, like right now, and earlier I read like 50 pages. So I'm on page 112, so I'm almost 50% of the way through. And so far, this is just so cute. I'm so glad that I ended up getting to this. This is my first. I don't know where the hell I put my AirPods already. So we're starting off great. But this is my first Laura Asher book, and so far I think it's just really cute. I think the characters are very relatable, and I feel like Laura, she just has this way of like really getting inside the characters' heads, but in such a short amount of time. I mean, this book is 230 pages still. So her books are known to be long, but also Larry Reed's, which she is actually friends with Laura Asher in real life. Like she's been in multiple of her videos. Um, she said in her like her Christmas recommendations video that if you were looking for your first book by Laura Asher, she said this is like one that I would recommend. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why that stuck with me so much, but I'm like, I'm going to give it a go. And so far it's been really good. Oh, but I wanted to pick a more substantial book for my reading goal on Kindle, because this would be technically, well, it would be hitting my Kindle reading goal for the year, which is 55 books. So this would be my 55th book. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to any other Kindle reads after this, so I'm actually really happy that I decided to read a Kindle. And also, I just really wanted to read on my Kindle again, because like I said, I have read a crap ton of physical books this month so far. So yeah, so far I'm really enjoying both of these a lot more than the Christmas Tree Farm. I don't know if I'm gonna love this one as much as Love Light Farms, but we'll see. Maybe I'll like it even more. Maybe it'll be another 4-star. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
Okay, so hey there, guys. I wanted to let you guys know that I already finished My December Darling by Lauren Asher. Did I say Laura Asher? You know what's funny is that my babysitter's name when I was growing up was Laura Asher. And what's funny is that, obviously her name is so similar that I think that I keep on saying Laura when it's Lauren. So yeah, so I finished it, and this is a longer novella, like I said, but honestly, like once you start reading it, it's so super fast. I think I got up to almost page 200 last night, and then I was falling asleep. So I literally only had 30 pages left this morning. So I just banged it out this morning. It said I had like less than a half hour left to finish the book. So I just finished it before like 11 o'clock. And I'm surprised that I finished it so quickly, but I didn't really feel like reading a physical book yesterday. So I'm glad that I was able to sneak in another Kindle read. And I thought this was really cute. I thought it was really fun. I don't know. I mean, I was going to give it a 4-star, but I think I'm going to give it a 3.75, like the same rating as Love Light Farms. I actually feel like the only reason why I'm lowering it a little bit is because one, like, I really did enjoy the two main characters. Let me just give a brief synopsis really quick. So basically, it's about a woman named Catalina, and the guy's name is how am I blanking? Luke. And basically Luke is a doctor at a hospital, like that's why it's called, and his name is Luke Darling. So like it's already like a little cheesy, that's why it's called My December Darling, but also like everyone in the hospital calls him Dr. Darling, and I'm like, but that's where like the Grey's Anatomy vibes comes in, because they said like if you like Grey's Anatomy, you would like this novella. I'm not the type of person that has watched Grey's Anatomy all the way through. I actually think it's like a really stupid show. But it works like for the cheesiness of like a Christmas novella. So like it reminds me of the concept of Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, where she's basically a traveling nurse and she's only home for the holidays because she's from California, and she has to go back to California after like New Year's is over, because she's only in I forget what state they're in for this, but she's coming just for a month so she can stay for her sister's wedding. And basically her sister starts dating Catalina's ex-boyfriend. It's like a weird scenario, and like obviously she's her sister. And then Luke is Gabriella's, because Gabriella is Catalina's sister. Luke is Gabriella's fiance's best friend, and the fiance's name is Aiden. So they're kind of like already like a super tight group, because they're best friends and they're sisters, and she also dated Gabriella's fiance, but like they never like took it further than like a few casual dates. So I do like the way that Lauren Asher like explains like why Gabriella started dating him. It's not like she stole him away from her. And it's not like he cheated on her with her sister, because that would be really fucked up. But basically, like, since Catalina is like a traveling nurse, she could never really form any serious like relationships because they wouldn't really last. So they just broke it off, and then she ends up dating him. But also, Catalina kind of knew already that her sister liked him so much, so she basically like wasn't really heartbroken when it was over because she knew how much her sister liked him. So, so basically this book is about where um Catalina actually has feelings for Luke, which is his best friends, and then she ends up falling for Luke and Luke falls for her. But they've known each other like for 2 years at this point because obviously like she's gotten to know him a little bit through her sister because obviously like he would be technically he would have been the brother-in-law, right? So I guess it's not that weird, but no, Aiden would have been the brother-in-law. So that wouldn't even be related, so doesn't matter. I thought it was really cute. The reason why I lowered it a little bit is just because she says in the beginning, and I know this is like a little thing, and also like, why is it in the Christmas books when it's actually Christmas? I feel like those scenes are kind of rushed. Like when they're like invited to like a random Christmas dinner because they're like, oh, you're alone on Christmas, you should come see my family. Then I feel like that Christmas part of like Christmas Day is like over super quickly. And I'm like, well, the whole point of reading a Christmas book or Christmas novella is to spend a little bit more time on what they're doing during Christmas. But I understand in a novella, you don't have as much time to like flesh it out and stuff. But I do feel like she developed the characters enough in this, and I thought that she did a really good job of that in a short amount of time. So that's one of my gripes. And the other one is that she said in the beginning that she's like, she doesn't really believe in like cheesy Christmas romance because like always like, you know, Christmas movies are about, you know, falling in love and finding your true love during Christmas, and that doesn't really happen for most people. Christmas is actually a really super depressing time for some people, but and then at the end, like, you know, they basically end up having like a super cheesy romance. Which is fine. It was still really cute. I really like the way that she writes, and I definitely do want to get to some of her other books. I would like to get to the Love Redesigned series. I don't know if the terms and conditions and whatever is for me because I'm not really one for billionaire romances. I just don't really like them that much. Or like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the Filthy Rich Vampire series would be better for me than like human billionaires because like with vampires it's different because like they're vampires and they're supernatural and they're always going to have some kind of ancient money because, you know, they've been alive for forever. So anyway, I thought this was really cute. So like I said, a 3.75 is a valid rating. I was going to give it a 3 stars on Goodreads, but I was like, no, I feel like that's a little low. And basically the exact Goodreads rating for this is a 3.75, and honestly, I would agree with that rating. So I think that's what I'm going to give it. I still really enjoyed it. I liked this. I really liked the humor and the story of Lovelight Farms. I thought it was so cute. And I really liked most of the lines in that book. And this one had some really good lines too. So, but yeah, it was fun. So I'm just going to return it to Kindle Unlimited because it was a Kindle Unlimited one. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to read any more books on my Kindle now. Because now I'm going to go into another non-Christmas book. Because I need to read this book before I read The Wedding Witch. So basically I'm going to go into The Kiss Curse, and then the next book we read in this video is going to be The Wedding Witch. I have like 2 days to finish The Kiss Curse, so I have like most of today because I don't think I'm leaving the house today because like I've had such a busy week this week that I'm just like crashing today because I'm just really tired. And basically all I wanted to do today was sit and read for a while. So I haven't started it yet because like I said, I just finished a book this morning. So we're going to start reading that probably really soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go and I will check in back with you guys when we start The Wedding Witch. So bye. Okay, so hey guys, so I wanted to update you guys about more Christmas reads. So I did actually read a short story. I wasn't sure if I was going to read it in this video, but obviously it took like no time. I don't know if I mentioned that I was thinking about reading it in the last clip. But I ended up reading one of the little Amazon short stories that they're on Amazon, so you have access to them regardless if you have Kindle Unlimited or not, but they are available on Kindle Unlimited too, obviously. And I heard that this was the best one out of the 6 because a lot of people said that they were pretty bad, but this one was actually getting pretty good reviews, so I decided to read Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood, and I kind of wanted to give another one of her books a shot, and honestly, I really, really enjoyed this. Like, I actually felt quite a bit of, build up with the characters' romance, and you got to know the characters pretty well, that I feel like this would have been a pretty good, like, maybe like novella that was like maybe 150, 200 pages. I feel like it could have been fleshed out a little bit more, but honestly, I felt like she gave a pretty complete beginning to end story in such a short amount of time. I think she did a really good job with this. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because I only rate short stories like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like I'm not gonna, go up or down with short stories because like a 4 would be too high for this. But honestly, if this was a full-length book, I would probably give this a 4 stars. I actually think this was one of the books that I've enjoyed the most by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like she's evolving as a writer pretty well. Even though I did not enjoy Bride, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the opposite with Ali Hazelwood than I have with Riley Sager is that I feel like I am growing to like her more rather than Riley Sager, which I literally just like completely wrote off because Middle of the Night was absolutely terrible, but that's not the point of this video. So this book, let me just give like a brief synopsis of this little short story, but I thought it was really cute. I finished it yesterday actually, so like I didn't even update you guys that I was reading this because I just put it on. The audiobooks are also available for free to listen to, like, along with the short story. So I just put it on because I just wanted a short little, like, Christmas read. It says, for 2 former childhood friends, a blustery winter storm stirs some frosty and scorching memories in a delightful short story. All newly minted pediatrician Jamie Malik wants is to borrow a roasting pan for Christmas dinner. Unfortunately, that requires her to interact with Mark, her best friend's troublemaking brother, who's now a tech billionaire. He's the one who got away. She's the one who broke his heart. Outside a howling blizzard, inside a crackling fire. Suddenly, being snowbound with the man she never expected to see again might not be such a bad way to spend a winter's night. So that's basically what it's about. They're kind of like childhood enemies to lovers, but I really liked the way that they developed that. There was only like one thing at the end that bothered me a little bit. But other than that, I thought it was really cute. Like, basically, like, the way that, they didn't end up getting together. Well, first off, she thought that, he didn't really, feel for her like that because he was kind of like a childhood bully, but it was really fun to be in her head. I thought she was really funny. I just, laughed a lot, and I thought it was a good time. It didn't really give me like ultimate Christmas vibes though. Like, I wouldn't say that it's really all that Christmassy. I actually want to grab the other book that I was going to read on Christmas Day, because I actually did start it earlier, but I want to talk about my current read right now. So I did tell you guys, so I did enjoy the short story. So I did tell you guys I was going to read The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling, which is the third book in the Ex-Hex series. I actually had just finished The Kiss Curse yesterday, right before I went into this one, because like I told you guys before, I hadn't had gotten to that. So I read that, and I thought it was cute. I thought it was a fun time. This one I started last night, and I'm already on page 164. And this book is only 276 pages. So I only have a little bit more than 100 pages left. I think like 110 pages, which is not going to take long for this. I'm probably going to try and finish this tonight. I really do want to watch another Christmas movie, though, because the Christmas movie we watched earlier was like pretty bad. But anyway, I thought that this, so far, this is giving good Christmas vibes, but it's getting like really, really cringe. And I, again, can tell why this is really insta-lovey. I, again, feel like she kind of forgets about the magic a little bit of the main characters and really the romance as well. And there's not really enough, like, developing romance between the two main characters. I'm sorry, I can't have that light be too bright because it's, like, giving me such a headache. I have such a headache right now because I really slept like shit last night because I had to open. Well, I didn't have to open at the store, but I had to close last night, and we were open till 10 because Christmas Eve. I mean, that's the last night we're open late before Christmas, because Christmas Eve we close at 6, it's actually Christmas Eve today. So this was going to be my Christmas Eve read, and I started this last night, and then I had to come into the store at like 10 in the morning, so today, but I left at 5, but I am just zonked because I didn't really sleep, because I knew I wasn't going to, because I never sleep anyway, so what's the difference? So anyway, so far, I'm not really feeling any real chemistry between the two of them, and I feel like these books, like I said, are kind of lacking that chemistry. Like, it's about Bowen Penhallow, which is actually, it's cute because he's the third brother of the Penhallow brothers, and if you've read the first two books, the first brother is Reese, and he is like the main brother, and he makes like appearances in the second and third book as well. But I felt that the Kiss Curses plot was a little bit more intriguing than this one. I mean, this plot is actually still fun, but I don't like the dialogue as much in this one. I don't really feel anything for these two characters that much, because I felt like this one, even like the second one, there was a little bit more build-up still, because they were kind of like rivals to lovers. This one, it's like there wasn't really any build-up of how they met online and they started chatting, but then like as soon as they meet, they kiss. And it's like, okay, like, they didn't even go out on a date. She's, like, hiring him for a job, that they have to go to, like, this wedding in order to, like, stop this marriage, because, like, this, there's, like, this heirloom that's, like, a super valuable, like, necklace that, like, the bride is wearing, and they have to, like, get it from her. And also, like, the castle that they have to go to, which is this castle right here, is haunted by ghosts. And those parts are funny because, like, when they arrive at the castle, they keep on, like, saying, like, how scared they are to stay there. And that part I thought was really funny because, you know, they are witches, even though, again, they're not really demonstrating any magic. I'm like, why is it there's no magic in these books sometimes? Like, I felt like the first and the second book, there was more. In this one, there's not really. So I'm probably going to give this, like, probably a 3 stars when I'm done with it. Maybe possibly, like, a 2.75. it's just not very good. But, you know, again, these still are not as bad as these are still entertaining. Like they're readable and they're very fast paced. Like, but I've actually felt like I've wanted to DNF this a couple of times because I'm just like I'm a little bored because but it's only another 100 pages, so and it's for a Christmas vlog, so we have to finish it, and it's also finishing a series, so I don't know if there's going to be any more books in this. After this, I mean, there's no announcements for it. I hope there's not, because honestly, I want to see more work from her than just this series, so but so far that's what's happening. Like not really much else is happening. I mean, like that's about it. So I don't really have to say anymore. And then I think I'm pretty sure I'm around chapter 7 in this already. Because I started the audiobook of this so I could get through quite a bit of it. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 7. And honestly, I've been having so much fun with the audiobook of this that I might just continue reading the audiobook or listening to the audiobook, I mean. But this isn't that long, so like I should be able to finish this tomorrow night or like at some point during the day. But my Christmas Day read is Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. And like I told you guys, this one was going to be included in this. I mean, look at this cover. It's so freaking gorgeous. And I love how like the snowflake caraval kind of emblem reflects on the cover. It's just so freaking pretty. Let me just see. But I've been listening to, I think this is the graphic audiobook on YouTube. I don't know if this is the official one, but so far it's been really fun.
Chapter 7.
Yeah, chapter 7. I am good. So chapter 7 is page, I think 76. So I got into the 75. So I'm exactly on page 75. And I think this is only like 100, not even 200. It's like 200 pages. So I should finish this tomorrow night. It should take like no time. And this is really, really cute so far. I think that this is giving me like the ultimate Christmas vibe. So far I really, really like it. And it's giving me, this is like the only Christmas read that I've read that's like not a romance, and it's more like, you know, fantasy and magic, you know, whimsy and whimsicalness and all of that. And I feel like that's why this one is probably going to be my favorite. And also because I'm so biased with the Caraval series because I freaking love it. So far I think this is really cute. I'm not gonna like say, you know, everything that this is about so far, but basically Donatella is just trying to find Legend a Christmas gift. I'm pretty sure I read the synopsis of this in the intro to this video, so I'm not gonna blab your ears off because I tend to talk a lot. I just wanted to say I started this. I'm probably going to be listening to the audiobook some more for a bit, and try to finish The Wedding Witch. But I really would like to watch the Lindsay Lohan Netflix movie that came out with like Kristen Chenoweth and stuff. I don't know why Lindsay Lohan does so many Christmas Netflix movies, but I'm here for it. I like those kind of cheesy ones like with big stars in them. So yeah, so far I think that this is giving me like the magical Christmas vibes, and I'm here for it. I think it's just so much fun. So I'm just going to put this one on my nightstand as well, because obviously I'm going to read it right after I finish The Wedding Witch. So it's just a little holiday novella, so it really shouldn't take me that long. So I will check in with you guys when I finish The Wedding Witch and when I get further into the Spectacular, or I'll just check in with you guys when I finish it. So yeah, that's it. Bye. And Merry Christmas Eve. Bye. So guys, I already finished Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I just listened to the entire audiobook today. I mean, granted, the audiobook was only 2 hours and 47 minutes. So, but I listened to things from 1.5 to 2 times the speed, because I have ADD, so one times the speed is just way too slow for me at this point. 1.5 is like pretty much literally the slowest that I can listen to an audiobook. If it's like a more involved book, then I usually do 1.75, but
honestly 1.5 is still too slow for me. So I listened to this at 2 times the speed. I actually started this morning while I was getting ready for work because I knew I wasn't going to have time to physically read anything. And I had already gotten like, I think basically a full hour into it already. And then I just listened to it. When else did I listen to it? Was it just tonight? Like, that would not be possible. I don't know. But I don't have any check-ins of what I was thinking of this book because I already finished it. So, sorry. And I don't have any reading clips of me reading the physical book. But I wanted to get this because it's like a piece of artwork. So, like, honestly, it didn't really matter as much for me to read it because, like, there's so many, like, gorgeous illustrations in this book. Like, this is like a photo of, well, picture of all 4 of them. Like, Scarlet, Donatella, Legend, and Julian. Like, so pretty, right? I know all the names because I read the entire Caraval trilogy earlier this year, and I really loved it. And now, I officially finished Stephanie Garber's entire backlist. Because I read both trilogies, and I just finished the Christmas novella. Isn't that crazy? Because her books are so easy to get through. Oh, I wanted to show you guys just the, like, map in the beginning. But this is, like, so cute and so Christmassy and just, like, so whimsical. And I needed, like, a tiny little break from, like, all the Christmas romances that I'm reading. Like, after this, I don't really want to read romance for a little while because I've been reading just back-to-back Christmas romances. That is not... Where is it? Look at this map. Isn't this gorgeous? Like, are you joking? That is so beyond beautiful. I'm, like, obsessed with this map. I think it's so pretty. And it's just so cute. And there's just, like, so many gorgeous, gorgeous illustrations in this book. Like, so that's why it didn't matter as much if I didn't, you know, physically read this. Because I would have picked this up anyway. Because I think... And I actually like the regular edition a bit more because I like the red, like, on it. The Barnes & Noble one was, like, red and green, which I also thought was really cute. But I think that this is so pretty, so. But I finished it, and I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. So I think this is actually most likely the highest rated Christmas book in this video, and I had a feeling it would be. So basically, it's just about Donatella wanting to get a gift for Legend, but she's also doubting, like, his love for her. I mean, she's doubting his love for her because she thinks that, you know, he's, like, keeping secrets again. Because if you guys know in Caraval, like, honestly, if I tell you guys quite a bit of the plot between them, it's kind of spoilery. So that's literally all I'm going to say because... Honestly, you should read the Caraval trilogy before you read this because you will get so much backstory on how the couples got together. So me even saying that is kind of a little spoilery, but it is what it is. If you haven't read Caraval by this point, what you doing, girl? Like, they're just so good. They're so good. I really enjoy this series. But yeah, I really liked it. Did I shake out my quilt before I got into it? I don't even freaking remember. So damn tired. Like I said, I didn't really sleep. So I really enjoyed it. That's basically what it's about. Like, it's just like a good Christmassy, good old time. And I really liked it. I don't really want to say anything else then. And like Julian and Scarlet are like attending a, like, you know, Christmas gala and all of that. And they're just like, she just, like, has such a good way of, like, describing things so magically and so atmospheric, and you just feel like you're really just in the world when you're reading her books, and it's just, like, just a magical feeling every time you read her books, like, very fairy tale-esque, and really, like, not many other authors have done that for me, because, like, her books are just so... Like, besides Holly Black's writing, But there's just something about Stephanie Garber's writing. I really like it. I enjoy it. I know some people don't like Stephanie Garber's writing because they think, like, it's really juvenile and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I really do enjoy it. I'm not saying, like, I I don't really love the Ballad of Never After as much as everybody else does. That's actually, like, probably my least favorite book from her. Out of all of them in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy and the Caraval trilogy, that's actually my least favorite Stephanie Garber book. I'm pretty sure. And then it would be Legendary. I'm just not a big fan of her second books in series. I absolutely adore her first books and her third books in the trilogies. Like, I love Caraval. I love Finale. Oh my god, 5 stars. I love that book. And then Once Upon a Broken Heart and A Curse for True Love. Curse for True Love is a 6-star read for me. I absolutely adore that book with my whole heart and soul. I think that book is phenomenal. And Once Upon a Broken Heart was a 5-star for me. So, really adore her 2 series. So, honestly, I would read all of those. But what was annoying too is that Jax didn't make an appearance in this. I think that's why people were a bit disappointed in this, because Jax was not in it. And I'm just like, why? Like, that's everybody's favorite character. Like, what you doing, girl? But I just really, like, can I balance this in my head? Oh my god. Like, this would be the only hardcover I would ever try to balance in my head like this, because it's so light. It's like, it's only like 200 pages, but... Okay, it's late. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go. I don't have any other thoughts about it because, like I said, it's going to spoil it. So, I will just check in with you guys when I finish The Wedding Witch. I got another, like... Where was I at when I made this clip before? I think I was, like, on page, like, 160. I think I only read, like, another 40 pages. It's not very good, to be honest. I mean, I read like 100 pages today. But I just, I was busy today, and also was spending, time with my family after work and stuff. But I'm just happy I finished this. I don't know if I'm going to fit like one more Christmas read in, but I really don't want to read too much tomorrow. I'm going to be spending time with my mom and my dad and my brother for most of the day. So, like, if I just finish The Wedding Witch tomorrow, I only have like 70 pages of it. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm still finishing a book tomorrow, and then I don't have to feel this pressure to, like, read too much tomorrow. Because honestly, like, I don't feel like picking up that book, and I don't want to, like, put myself in a reading slump. Because, like, but as soon as I start reading, then I'm fine. It's just, like, having the will to read the past few days. It's just, like, I've been wanting to do, like, other things, but it's okay. So we're just going to check in when we finish that. So bye.
Okay, so hey there, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that I did finish the last book in this Christmas books vlog reading video, and that is The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. I can't believe I finished everything. I actually finished this right before dinner was on the table. Literally, when my mom called my name, I was on the last, like, paragraph of the book. Oh my god, she's like right outside my room. I can't. I don't even know what she's doing. What? Yes, you can take it. Sorry, she had to empty my trash. Just like as soon as I go in my room, there's always something I need to do for her. And it's just like so annoying, but anyway, it's fine. So I finished this. And it was not really that good. Honestly, this was pretty bad. Like, I just feel like there wasn't any build up to, like, again, these books, like, really forget about the romance plot in them, and it's kind of like all of a sudden this guy already falls in love with her, even though the only interaction that they had before they met was online chatting and emailing each other, and they didn't really spend that much time together. Like, when they actually met, like I told you guys before, as soon as they met, they kissed. And then all of a sudden they're, she's fantasizing about him and blah, blah, blah. And he's doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden they have sex. And it's like, just the rest of it is all smut. But even like the smutty parts were so cringe. And even the magic plot in this was pretty like mediocre compared to the first two books. Like honestly, the Kiss Curse was very repetitive of the first one, but it was still better than this one because it was just a fun, silly, goofy time. And even though the first one is probably the best, it is the best one out of the series. So, but I did finish the series reading this one. So, but honestly, this is like the lowest rated book that I have in this video besides The Christmas Tree Farm. It was pretty weak. So I gave this a 2.75 out of 5 stars. I don't even think I wanted to give it a 3. And honestly, I was thinking about giving it like a 2.5. Even though The Christmas Tree Farm was pretty cringe, I did enjoy the first 100 pages quite a bit more than this one. And I felt like that one was insta-lovey, but they both had just such cringe, smutty dialogue. So I'm now going to rank them as my worst to best. And I think you guys know which ones are the worst and which ones are the best. So obviously, I think the bottom, honestly, I've never really had like a, how many books are in this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also the little short story. I forgot to put that on my winter TBR. I mean, out of all the books I finished in, I think I've already read 20 books then, including the short story, which is crazy. I think I hit my goal. That's insane. But it is a short story, but still counts. So anyway, we read Love Light Farms, The Christmas Tree Farm, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, My December Darling, Cruel Winter with You, Spectacular, and The Wedding Witch. So we're gonna do Christmas Tree Farm and The Wedding Witch. Christmas Tree Farm, I would say, was number 7. Even though I was feeling a little bit more of the atmosphere in it, even though like the atmosphere was pretty cute in this, and honestly the cover, and the cover of The Christmas Tree Farm is so freaking cute too. But honestly, these books were pretty mediocre. So I'm going to put The Christmas Tree Farm at number 7 by Laurie Gilmore. And then number 6 is going to be The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. This was just very disappointing. I don't even really want to talk about it anymore. It's just like not really worth it. I mean, I explained what the plot was about before. So that's basically it. And then they have to travel back in time to save the bride's, or not the bride's parents. I think it's one of their parents. I can't remember which one. I don't really want to spoil it, in order for them to be born. And that's about it. That was kind of fun, but other than that, just like I said, this author like tends to forget about the romance, even though they're romances, and they're just like all of a sudden in love in like 2 seconds. So yeah, it is what it is. And then number 5, based on the rating, it would be Cruel Winter with You, but I still highly recommend it, by Ali Hazelwood. I still think it was really, really cute. I gave it a 3 stars, but I'm ranking this by the rating that I gave it, and I still think it was really, really cute. It was just a really fun little Christmas read, and I think it would be really great as a little holiday short story because it takes like no time. So I really enjoyed it. So all these other books I really did enjoy. There was just like 1 or 2 things at the end sometimes when it's like, why didn't you call me? Like some of the reasons are just like a little like dumb. Like kind of at the end of this one, like sometimes like all the way up to the end, I'm like enjoying them so much until there's like something in like the breakup that like annoys me. So, and then number 4, because number 4 and number 3 were both 3.75. But I think I would do My December Darling at number 4 and Love Light Farms at number 3. Because My December Darling was a really cute holiday novella by uh Lauren Asher, right? Yes. But I didn't feel the atmospheric vibes as much in this one as I did in Love Light Farms. I really enjoyed the writing of both of them though, and Love Light Farms is by BK Borison. But I think I enjoyed Love Light Farms a little bit more than My December Darling, but I would still um recommend both of them, even though again I gave them both 3.75. I would do maybe like Love Light Farms at like a 3.8. So it was just, they were both just really enjoyable Christmas reads. And then number two, I don't know if it's gonna be Spectacular or The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I think I would have to do The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year just based on vibes because I gave both of them 4 stars. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year was just such a fun romance, cozy mystery. It was just such a good time. There was so much action and just so much fun in it. By who is it by again? I cannot speak. She is a new author to me, so The Most Wonderful. Allie Carter. It was just a really fun mix of that, and it was just such a good time, and I highly recommend it if you want a fun, fast-paced, funny as hell Christmas read. It was just so hysterical. So yeah, I gave that a 4 stars, and the way that they fall in love is just so cute. How they become rivals to lovers. It's just such a good time. And then number 1, because of the atmosphere and the Christmas vibes and the whimsicalness and everything, is Stephanie Garber's Spectacular. I just had to put it at number 1 because it was just such a magical, whimsical, atmospheric Christmas read, and I really felt like I feel like Stephanie Garber kind of captures the whimsicalness of like Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis better than Meg Schaefer, who wrote The Wishing Game and The Lost Story. Stephanie Garber has like that magical fairy tale whimsicalness to her writing already, and you've really fallen in love with all the characters from the Caraval Once Upon a Broken Heart worlds. They are interconnected because Jax is Jack's story in the whole Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy from Caraval. But the only thing that I was upset about, and I thought about this last night, I don't know if I said this in my review because I was pretty tired yesterday because I didn't really sleep. But there was no Jax in this holiday novella. And I was like, where's Jax at? But other than that, just like all the magicalness, all the atmospheric Christmas vibes, I just loved. And I think it helped even more that I listened to the graphic audiobook of it. So technically I listened to almost 3 audiobooks in this because I did listen to quite a bit of Cruel Winter with You, even though I could have banged that out in an hour. I listened to it while I was getting ready for work, and then I finished it when I got home from work. I think I only had read like maybe 20 pages of it on my Kindle, I mean. But yeah, overall, I had a really fun time. I'm glad that I did this. I'm obviously wearing my Grinch shirt again. I wear this every Christmas Eve and Christmas Day now. It's the Grinch's Christmas like pouting schedule, like because he's always alone and all of that. So yeah, it was just I had a good time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did you guys read any of these Christmas books during the Christmas season? Do you even care about Christmas reads? Like I said, I wanted to make up for not really reading many last year because like I said, like I had just gotten into reading then. So I don't know why I didn't read like just a little like holiday novella or something, but it is what it is. But I actually read quite a bit of books in this video. I didn't think I was going to get through 7 of them. I was thinking about reading like one more, but honestly, I just want to end this video here because, like I said, it's like so long. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you've read any of these this holiday season and what did you read this holiday season. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm saying it again. But I would love to know. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CUW819 and check my Poshmark at the same handle. It's probably not going to go up until tomorrow. I'm going to try and edit it tonight. I am going to do some reading now because I only had like 75 pages of this left to read today. I ended up watching 3 Christmas movies with my family. We usually only end up watching like 1, but we ended up watching 3. But yeah, just I didn't really want to spend that much time reading today, and also like I wanted to bake a little bit and just like chill out. And I just wanted to finish this book today, so I'm glad like I wasn't really that pressured to like start another one. So I think I am going to pick up Six of Crows now, which is crazy, which I'm going to be reading for another video, so stay tuned for that. But I think that would just be such an incredible duology to end the year with. I hear rumors there might be a third one, but that's probably not going to come out for a while. It hasn't even been announced yet, but people are speculating that there might be a third one, but at least then I'll read the first 2 before it comes out. So yeah, I'm going to shut up because I can never stop talking. So hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Kwanzaa and everything in between. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.